So I've made more than $1,000 with Parasite SEO from just one product. It says 900 here. I previously got paid out 160. You can just see that here, 189 even, so quite significantly over $1,000 now. Now, at first, I thought this was because of LinkedIn, because I've actually been crushing it on LinkedIn for traffic. Position 11 for a 42K search term, position 4 for other high volume searches around 10,000 a month. However, I then dug into my actual referrers in the affiliate tracking. And if we go to my top referrers, I've been taking screenshots over time. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you a graph, but I've been able to take snapshots over time. And we can actually see that despite me thinking I'm being clever with LinkedIn, redirecting domains, making sure it ranks, actually it's Reddit that's absolutely smashing this niche. So you see LinkedIn, it's been pretty static, 19, 20, 21. All the while we've got this unknown variable, which could be some sort of split between Reddit and LinkedIn. We're not quite sure what the ratio will be. Whereas Reddit, on the other hand, is 19, 26, 30, 32. So for all that, Reddit has been doing really well. And this basically comes down to a single Reddit page that's getting around 20,000 visitors per month with a traffic value of 12,200. And that's actually increasing over the long-term trend. Now, I found this pretty easy. It was a competitive thread. There were about 1,500 upvotes on the top comment. Therefore, I had to buy more than 1,500 upvotes to get there, which cost around $100 in upvote credits. But that's fine because I'm making $100 per day on this particular offer. But then a couple of days ago, I noticed things were flatlining a bit. I'd had a good week or two where it was going really well, but I went back and found that top competitor who'd previously been at the top had bought another 200 upvotes and had got above me. Now, obviously, future, I don't want to make this any more competitive than it already is. So this is all going to be blurred on YouTube, but hopefully you should be able to see a vague resemblance of what's going on. And the interesting thing with Reddit is we have the top comment here, but then underneath it, you get all these other comments. So these are comments on comments. So actually one way to get to the top is just to comment on whoever's already up at the top. If other people are doing the same thing, then again, it's just about upvotes. You want to have more upvotes on your comment on the comment than all the other comments on the comments. Unfortunately, on this thread, the comment on the comment has actually got more than the comment itself. So the main comment that's at the top has got 2,000 upvotes, but the top comment on the comment has got 3,000 upvotes. Now, this whole thread of comments now means even though I'm only in second place, I am now a long way down the page. So we normally talk about Google, how position 1 gets double the traffic position 2, which gets double the traffic position 3. I think on Reddit, position 2 is literally nothing if the top result has got all these comments piling in. Anyway, so I saw I had dropped to position 2 and there were 200 upvotes in the way. So I had plenty of credits left. So I went for it, smashed it, another 200 upvotes. So not that expensive, probably about $20 or so. Remember, the more upvotes you buy, you get better pricing per upvote. You can see that here. I will leave a link below in order to send you to where you can get these high quality upvotes that do stick and do have results. But you can see at the $10 package, we're talking 10 cents per upvote versus the $3,000 package, which is 0.045 per upvote. So down the line, it's really going to be a case of volume purchasing in terms of, can you get in early and get to ROI before Reddit gets too competitive? Can you then use that early adopter advantage, the fact that you've got the income, to then reinvest in the higher tier plans, which therefore get you extremely good pricing per upvote? And this is how business and economies of scale has always worked. The new entrant is always going to be more expensive than a scaled system where they have those cost and volume efficiencies. So I definitely urge you to be aggressive, try and take advantage of some of these higher plans. I'm not spending $3,000 on upvotes or even $1,000 on upvotes, but I am quite regularly buying the $200 package. In fact, I bought two $200 packages now for $400, in which case I probably am slowly wading into the territory where I should be getting these higher tiers. Now, there are plenty of Reddits out there where there's very little competition. I just happen to be competing in quite a competitive one. So it really depends on what you're promoting as to how many upvotes you'll need. Generally, most of the threads I'm seeing, 20 upvotes will do. It just so happens this one is 2,000. But the story doesn't end there. So I bought those extra 200 upvotes. I got back to number 1. But just this morning, I log in again. And as I've shown you, once again, I am down to number 2 because the number 1 result has gone up to 2,500. So I now need 500 upvotes. So on the $200 package, that's 0.07 times 500. So it's going to cost me $35 to compete. And that's absolutely fine. But when does this end? Welcome to capitalism. At this stage, this is still worthwhile. In fact, if I can carry on making $100 a day through this affiliate offer, then I probably will start going for the higher level plans where I can basically halve the price of my upvotes. So if I'm paying 0.07 per upvote at the moment, I could then get the $3,000 package, and yet that'd be nearly half the cost at 0.05 per. So is this really something to compete in? Should I be doing this, or is it time to call it a day? Maybe I should just be sensible and step back, let them have first position. Or not, because I've just made a $200 payment to buy more upvotes. So let's go. As usual, we just go back to my comment, we copy that link. Now let's go back, manual order, we want comment upvotes, we want 500. In fact, we need more than 500 because then we're just matching them, not beating them. So fine, 700 it is. That's going to cost me 70 credits. Now, ordinarily I've been using super slow or mega slow upvotes to avoid suspicion on these low competition threads. But this is not a low competition thread anymore. We seem to be both firing off these upvotes at a rapid pace. So I'm probably going to go with normal, actually, because as a whole, we've raised the average of that particular thread. So this is going to go one of two ways. Either one of us backs down or one of us gets banned. Unfortunately, this is all cutting into margin. So I'm saying I'm making $50 to $100 per day, which is fine. That basically means I can spend up to about $90 per day on upvotes. But when you factor in time and effort, is it worth it? Let's have a go. Okay, that's sent, so roughly $40, $50 or so. So I should be back up to number one very soon, within a couple of hours. And then it's just a case of, will the other guy realize, and what happens next? So I'll keep showing this case study. I do intend to ultimately reveal the niche and tell you everything that's going on here, probably when it's finally time to back down and end this contest. But stick with me, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll keep you informed of how much I'm spending, how much I'm making, and whether this is actually worthwhile or just a monumental waste of time. But so far, going well, nearly $100 per day most of the time, and we know that some of that is LinkedIn, which is a nice backup, but we know that Reddit is driving most of it. So for now, it's good to compete. How far will this go?